Hello and welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian. In this video, we'll be going through another $500 box of half dollars. That's 50 rolls of half dollars. We're going to be looking for silver, NIFCs, proofs, foreign coins, varieties, mint errors, anything worth more than a half dollar. Let's do a live opening and see what I got on top. A little jumbled up. That's okay. I don't see anything that sticks out right off the bat, but all right. Well, let's get into the rolls. This box has been absolutely brutal so far. We're now on roll number 28, over halfway through the box, and we finally have a find, a variety. Here we have the reverses of two different 1972 Philadelphias. The top example is the regular die. The bottom example is DDR number 1 on Variety Vista. As you can see, the lettering is quite a bit thicker than the top example. And if you look at the bottom serifs with the S's on the bottom example, you'll see they're wide, rounded with splits in them versus sharp on the top example. All right, let's go back to the box. Roll number 33, we have another variety. Maybe the box is heating up. Here we have a 1971D. Notice the extra thickness in the date and the motto with heavy doubling here in the letter I with a big notch here at the top right. And also notice how close the mint mark is to the neckline. You'll also find heavy doubling here in the word trust with deep splitting here at the bottom of both legs of the R, the top of the U on both sides, and the bottom of the second T. You'll also find extra thickness in the T and Y of Liberty with widened split serifs on both sides of the T and a split serif here at the top left of the Y. You'll also see a deep notch at the middle bar of the E right here. This is DDO number 15 on Variety Vista. In my opinion, it's the most impressive of all the DDOs you can find on this date. It is most easily identified by the shape of the I in the word in, the mint mark placement, and the splitting here in the word trust. All right, let's go back to the box. Well, this box is heating up. We're on the next roll, roll number 34, and we've got a DDO, and it's a dandy. Here we have a 1972P. Here you can see extra thickness in the date, especially here on the 9, extra thickness here in the motto, and splitting here at the top serif of the G, the middle serif, and the bottom serif. You can also see heavy doubling here in the words we trust with splitting here at the bottom of the first T, the bottom of both legs of the R with a big split running up the right leg, and splitting here at the top of the U on both sides. Of all the clad Kennedy half dollar double dies, this one is the most valuable. It's almost always worth quite a bit more than silver. So if you're a roll hunter, keep an eye out for this one. Let's go back to the box. The second half of this box has been heating up. We're on roll number 40. We have another variety. Here we have a 1982P. Now look at the 1 and the date. Notice how the feet of the 1 are missing, and the 9 is a bit shorter than normal, kind of squished toward the bottom. Now, based on these characteristics, if you turn the coin over, you'll find out that it's missing the FG initials in this area right here. This is the 1982P no FG variety, or the FS-101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. It's a great find. All right, 10 more rolls to go. Let's get back to it. This box went from ice cold to blazing hot. We're on roll number 42. We have another variety. Let's go to the scope. Here we have a 1974D. Now look at the motto and notice how extra thick the lettering is. There's also extra thickness in the date with a split here on the left side of the 1 and a split here on the outside curl of the 9 here and on the inside curl right through here. You'll also find heavy doubling here in the word trust and a big notch here on the back side of the 4. This is the FS-101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide, or DDO number 1 of Variety Vista. It's a great find, although it's not in the best shape. All right, let's go back to the box. Roll number 45, we have another variety. Here we have a 1973D. Now the mint mark suffered a little bit of damage, but if you look at the top of it, you can see a secondary mint mark peeking out right here. This is RPM number 1 on Variety Vista. Okay, let's go back to the box. All right, the box is empty. Let's do a recap of the hunt. Well, that box started off ice cold with no finds for the first 27 rolls, but when it got hot, it stayed hot. We had a total of 6 finds on the board, all varieties, a 1971D, DDO number 15, a 72P FS-101, that was a find of the box, a 72P DDR number 1, a 73D RPM number 1, a 74D FS-101, and an 82P no FG FS-901. And even though we had no silver, I'm not disappointed, because anytime you can find a 72P FS-101, you've had a great hunt, because those, like I said, are the most valuable DDOs you can find on a clad half dollar. And if you're wondering how valuable they can be, I found an example that was graded MS64 by NGC, and it sold for $285 back around Thanksgiving. That's what I'm talking about. And although this example is definitely not going to grade a 64, probably more like AU, it'll still fetch a pretty penny. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, y'all know what to do. Thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you so much. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of these finds, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story. And even though some of those stories may start off slowly, some of them can have a great ending. I'll see y'all next time.